Have you ever hauled all of your gear with your bare hands from the car to the set 5 times, and then after the shooting, from the set to your car another 5 times? And then while you were on set working from the floor or from some random kitchen table with everything just scattered around? Chances are you might want to get a cart. And so did I. So I bought a SmallRig video production cart, and here is my honest review of it. So who is this cart actually for? I would say it is for solo filmmakers. I would say it is for directors of photography who need a portable working station and a way to hold their gear around on set. Same for directors who want a portable director's monitor. And of course for basically anybody who works on set, whether that is film or commercial, who needs a portable workstation that is going to be just there, so they don't have to take up space from like kitchens or anywhere else in locations. They don't have, people putting drinks around expensive gear, and just a way to move gear around on set. If you're a YouTuber who makes videos at home, then this probably is not the right buy for you. Let's go over build quality and setup. It is made from aluminum, which makes it only around 28 kilograms, which is fairly light for a video production cart. Now I know what you're saying, 28 kilograms isn't really light, and yeah, sure, I agree, in general it isn't really light, but when you compare it to other video production carts, it is fairly lighter, and that brings two main benefits. Now, benefit number one is that the base itself, when it's empty, is lighter than other carts, which means that when you put your own gear on it, whether that is going to be lenses, cameras, or whatever, overall it's going to be lighter than if you were to use some other camera cart, which can be beneficial if you're, let's say, one-man band and you have to just get it up with one hand on a curb. So it's going to be slightly easier for you to kind of manage it than if you had a more heavier cart. Benefit number two is related to the fact that it can fold up. And the fact that it can fold up is a great plus on its own, because when you fold it up and you disassemble it, it folds up to about something that's this thick, which is amazing. You can literally store it horizontally or vertically, like behind your door, and forget about it until you need it for the next shoot. That's literally how I am storing it, is right now behind my door, and I genuinely forget that it's there until the next time I need it, because it's that low profile and it allows you to store it that way, which is very sleek. You don't have to have like whole cart somewhere in your house. And yeah, sure, some other video production carts do fold up, but they don't, or disassemble, but they don't disassemble in a way that is like this super low profile. And then again, you take it from behind your door when you have a shoot, and you take it to your car and you can go. And the fact that it's this slim and it is 28 kilograms means that you can by yourself place it in the trunk of your car or in a van fairly easily. And another bonus, which is a great thing, is that it has kind of built-in handles when it's in that folded up state, which is phenomenal because it allows you to kind of grip it a lot easier and to put it in your car a lot easier than if it didn't have those handles whatsoever. I'm not gonna say it's easy and they're not super comfortable handles, because they are not primarily designed to be handles, but because they are designed to be a part of the cart. But the fact that you do have some type of leverage and some place where you can actually grip it and hold it and have like a sturdy grip is extremely beneficial. So those are two things that I really, or actually three things that I really like about it. Don't let the fact that it's made from aluminum make you think that it's not going to be sturdy. It actually has advertised holding capacity of 250 kilograms, which literally means you can sit on it and your friend can sit next to you and you can both work on your cameras and still have quite a lot of clearance. Now, I didn't test the 250 kilograms like weight capacity, and I'm not suggesting you do, but what I can say for sure is that you can put heavy lenses on top and the camera and you can work on it without actually feeling stressed that it's gonna bend or break or anything uncomfortable like that. It comes with two sets of wheels. Ones are really small plastic metal ones that are made basically just for transportation, which is, I think, a really great thing to include. They can attach to your video cart when it's in its folded shape, and they are, again, not super durable, sturdy wheels. Like, you shouldn't probably go outside on the pavement with them because they're just small plastic metal wheels that cannot really handle rough terrains, but they're not made for that. They're made so when you're at home, you can just wheel the cart around when it's in its folded shape fairly easily, so you don't have to carry it all the time. That is a great benefit and a great plus in my opinion, and a really cool thing to include, so it kind of makes the transportation of it a lot easier. And then you have the second wheels, which are just classic video cart wheels. They are rubber wheels, you can inflate them with air. I'm not sure what happens if you get a puncture. I'm not sure if you can just go to any regular store and replace the wheel, or you have to go directly to SmallRig. Hopefully I won't have to find out, and hopefully I won't get a puncture. But if I do, I'm gonna let you know. And they are quick release wheels, which is fantastic. Both of those small ones and the big ones are quick release wheels, and the quick release mechanism works fantastically well, and it is phenomenally beautiful, and it's super satisfying to actually assemble and disassemble those wheels every time. And it is a standard video cart wheels, so ones are fixed in a front like moving position at all times, and the other ones are kind of on a swivel, so you can turn with your cart kind of like you would with the shopping cart. And one last thing, it is advertised as 5-minute assembly and disassembly with no tools required. I can confirm the part that you genuinely do not need any tools to assemble or disassemble your video cart. It is phenomenal because everything is on some sort of quick release or latch based mechanism. It all works really smooth. I've never had any problems of something not wanting to get locked into place or any similar thing like that. It is very like precisely machined, so that is great. And it is really fast to assemble it and disassemble it. I'm not just sure about the 5 minutes. For me, personally, it takes me a bit longer, but I think that the longer I have them, the more I get the hang of it, I'm gonna get closer to that 5-minute mark. Another great thing is, since it's made by SmallRig for filmmakers, they made like the entire upper shelf, or not the upper shelf, but the lip on the entire upper shelf have a lot of mounting options. It has quarter 20 screws, 3/8 screws, it has like RE locating pins. It is amazing because it allows you a lot of options to just mount maybe some lights to it, or just do some weird rig if you want to rig out your camera to it, mount some magic arms. It gives you a lot of option and flexibility to do those things as well, because they had filmmakers in mind while designing the cart. And another thing is, they also had DITs in mind, because if you work as a DIT on your laptop, there is like one lip that you can literally lower and fold down, so you can work on your laptop while resting your hands comfortably without hurting your forearm on the lip there, which is a great small thing to include. Now let's talk about some real life use cases. I have to say this cart came in clutch when we were filming the commercial for that fun park, because even though fun park is indoors, there was a lot of changing of locations, and it is not that small that you could just carry everything with your hands. And we did work with Pixis, which means that we had to have extra batteries and extra remount batteries on us at all times. We needed to have a case with lenses and like a set of lenses with us. We had to carry a lot of lights around and a lot of extension cords for those lights, since we needed to power them. There was a lot of things that needed to move around like the fun park and around set with us. And the fact that we had that cart made it so much easier, because we could put kind of less important things on the lower shelf, and we could reserve upper shelf to be kind of a station for changing lenses, changing SD cards, and just working on camera if we needed to rig it up a specific way, and for the upper part to be kind of safe, and then the lower part be kind of a storage compartment where we can just carry everything around. So of course it cannot just always be sunshine and rainbows. There are some things that I don't genuinely like, but for the most part I love it and I were to buy it again. First thing that I think it's really steep is the price, because when you look at the price point for this video cart and for some other brands video cards, the other ones are gonna be fairly more cheaper, but you do get more features with this one, like the fact that you can really store it like behind the door and not mind it, and the fact that you have a lot of mounting options on it, you have that lip that lowers. So yes, you do get some benefits, but I do still think it's a bit pricey for what it actually is. It is still in fact just a cart. Another thing that I wasn't super thrilled about is the fact that when you do get the cart, it is slightly different in the way that it's built and the way that it looks from the original cart from the SmallRig's video. Now I do understand that from their YouTube video that is probably just a pre-production model they used to shoot the video, so I'm not taking any harm, and it's not worse than in the video. You still get pretty much all the features that you do have in that video, and you can still assemble it pretty easily. It's just a bit different. And another thing that I didn't really like is the instruction manual, because sometimes some things weren't really clear on how to assemble it, and then I looked up the video to kind of clarify it, and then on the video it was different than what I had, so that was kind of confusing. But in general it's not really super hard to assemble it, so you're not gonna have some trouble or need to contact like SmallRig customer support or anything like that. So is it worth the fairly steep price? I'm gonna say it depends. If you're actually a full-time filmmaker, if you're somebody who is doing this full-time, you're making your living from making commercials, documentaries and films, then I'm gonna say yes, it's absolutely worth it. It is a fantastic investment, especially because it's only once in a lifetime investment. You genuinely just buy it once for a fairly steeper price, and it's gonna last you for your filmmaking lifetime, and you're not gonna have to replace it unless you want to go for maybe a bigger cart. I would say it's not worth the price if you're not a full-time filmmaker and this is not your full-time job. So if you are a hobbyist or you're doing this as a side gig, even if you are an aspiring filmmaker and you want this to be your full-time job, I would say there are a lot better options for you to spend your money on, and a lot better ways to invest that money in your filmmaking journey than to getting this fairly pricey cart. Purely because there are cheaper options. Even though this was my full-time job for a year and a half, I was using a completely different cart. I was using a cart that was gifted to me, but it was bought in a sports shop, and it was meant to serve as a kind of a cart that you take to the beach with you, so you can carry like towels and, I don't know, sunshade and volleyball from your car to your beach if you have too many things. And I used that to get my gear from my car to the set, just because I didn't have that much gear. I had just my mirrorless camera and like a basic light kit, so it fit in that cart. And only when I actually got into the Pixis workflow, I got cinema lenses, which have a large case, and I got a lot more lighting gear, and that all of those things didn't even fit in that beach cart anymore, was I starting to consider getting a real production cart. So don't rush into buying a production cart if you don't genuinely need it, because there are a lot more areas which you could invest in first, like cinema lenses or lighting gear or better microphones, better audio system. And then when you do have those things, and when you actually have a need to carry all those things, and like a beach cart won't work anymore, then you can get get looking to buy an actual production cart. Thank you for watching. I hope this video informed you. I hope I helped you make a decision on whether to buy this cart or not. You can follow me on Instagram at full.frame.production, because there I post sneak peeks from my commercial work and behind the scenes from YouTube videos and things of that nature. Like, subscribe, and I will see you hopefully in the next one.